to our Comfy Cove podcast. This is Rin,
And this is Iris.
and we make up this duo
Nostalgia.
nostalgia. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Let's see. Okay, well, let's talk about what we'll talk about in our podcast.
Okay. So, we started this podcast because we wanted to be kind of explorative and we wanted to follow our curiosities about certain topics and interest. And we'll be doing mostly like educational topics and topics related to like our personal lives. And what else, Iris?
Yeah, like we'll be talking about our experiences and what we think about certain topics. But like sometimes they might not always be educational. Like we can go into things like social lives and like romance and stuff on occasion, like fun, interesting stuff
Everything.
too.
We'll explore everything.
Yeah. So, if you are interested or curious, like come join along with us. And one of the things that we want our listeners to be able to do as well is contribute ideas or some topics that they want to hear about. So feel free to give us some comments or type in what you'd like if you'd like to hear our take on a certain topic. Rin, do you want to introduce what we have planned for our first episodes?
Yeah. So, our future topics that we're thinking of covering are nature and sky observations. So this one is gonna be like where we gonna do prior research on what like looking at like the nature and the sky, like what kind of information can you gather from just looking at the sky or like nature around you, and what kind of superstition stories comes from those type of like, I don't know, nature telling, sky observation telling, like fortune telling, yeah. Like that. So I think that'll be really fun to do. And another one we're planning to do is talking and discussing about life skills that you don't really learn in school, and introducing sources from, I don't know, wherever we decide to gather information from, like useful sources where it's accessible, right?
Yeah. I think one of the things for this podcast too that we hope to do is like connect listeners with resources that might end up being helpful in your life. I'll definitely be sharing things like that I listen to or like I think is kind of interesting, and like maybe you guys will also find it interesting or helpful.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And the last one is just introducing some comfy things in our daily life, or that are a part of our daily life, like maybe comfy YouTube channels we want to introduce, or like books we've been reading recently, or even maybe like music too. Music we've been listening recently.
Yeah. We hope this place is kind of just like a nice little getaway from whatever's going on in life. We're hoping for the podcast to be pretty short, like hopefully no more than 30 minutes. So just like little snippets here and there of kind of random topics, but we hope they're kind of comfy and you can just sit back and listen and not worry about things too much. But who knows? We might get a little deep into things, and it could be stressful sometimes. But yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy our podcast and join us in the future.
Yes. And how should we end this?
Well, I guess until then, we'll catch you next time. On Comfy Cove.
Hell yeah. Bye. Bye.